Welcome everyone. Kiki here. We're doing chapter 4. So let's see how far we can do with chapter 4. Hopefully, hopefully we get somewhere. This may be a short chapter, a short video. I hope it's long enough. Uh, but let's get started. Only the gentle sound of the waterfall filled the silence between us. I'm a man. I covered my chest, tried to play it off, but Asaki shook his head as if it was overcome with surprise. Juno, you're just dressed up like a guy. I could tell that my expression had naturally froze over. Saki began to being a very observant person, appeared to have noticed that as well. So that's why you always act so funny whenever I got too close to you or when we kissed. No, that. Mm, it makes sense now. I don't think there's any way you can talk your way out of this one. I wanted to smack that smug look off his face as he confronted me in such a overconfident manner. Go fuck off, Asaki. Jesus Christ. I tightly gasped my scarf as I looked up at Asaki and gave him a grim stare. What about you? I saw you try to perform a ritual a moment ago. Aren't you a little too inexperienced to call yourself a diviner? It was Asaki's turn to have a rinse-gigged express on his face. I could tell that I was right with my assumption from the look on his evasive, wandering eyes. I'm just having a bad day, that's all. So bad that the air got stale to a point that I couldn't breathe. So you can feel the Macla's key energy. I thought back to that strange feeling I felt when the air suddenly became still. After that, without saying another word, we just stared at each other's eyes. The moment that the fact that I was actually a woman, and the fact that Asaki was inexperienced still as a diviner, we awkwardly kept our mouths shut after accidentally learning each other's secrets. From the sound of it, it looks like Makoto doesn't know that you're still inexperienced as a diviner. So that means nobody else in Nagasaki that eventually knows about this. Am I right? It seems to hit a nail on the head. A look of distress clouded Asaki's face. As as I was still in the dark, unable to come up with a conclusion, Asaki opened his mouth as if he had come some realization. If you're not Shino, then who are you? Shino was supposed to join the Vigilante in return for getting support for your village, right? So what's been happened now that Shino isn't here? Ooh, just saying, ooh. idea Asaki knew that much, and my eyes began to nervously blink. How did you know about that? I've been Makoto's right-hand man for a while now, but let's talk about that another time. Now that I think about it, I think Shina had a little sister around the same age. Is that you? Oh my god. You're a smart cookie. A very smart cookie. I let out a big sigh once again, looked up at Asaki. Kiki Aburami, you got me. I'm Shino's twin sister. Kiki, you say? After repeating my name a few times, Asaki slightly drew his brow together, looking away from me. If that's your real name, then I'll make sure to call you Kiki when it's just the two of us. You prefer that too, right? Huh? I'm trying to cut you a deal with you here, he sneered in condescending manner. Kiki, I won't tell anyone your secret. In return, you won't tell anyone about mine. If one of us betrays together, then the other one will do the same. We're in this together now. Ooh, Jesus Christ. No. No, it's like, no. Why? Asagi glazed at me with a confident smile. He didn't appear to be joking in the slightest. I did not know how to feel about having to bargain with him to keep my secret safe. However, there was no way I was getting out of this one. Alright, you got yourself a deal. I made up my mind and slowly nodded. After a few moments of silence, Asagi handed me a white cloth that he was holding onto. Just don't stand there. Cover yourself like a lady. Oh, I'm trying to be a man here. Jesus Christ. And you tell me to look like a lady? Seriously? Seriously? Asagi, now looking up into the air, started to slightly blush. I see that there. Jesus. Curiously, I looked down at my chest. I had already fixed my shirt so that I wasn't showing any skin, but my chest was still a bit wet from a few moments ago, so my shirt was slightly see-through now. See-through. See-through. See fucking through. See-through. Wow. It was so seductive that I almost embarrassed for even noticing myself. I can't have you catching a cold here. We're in this together now, so I want you to take care of yourself. And you're still blushing. I see that little pink. I am horrible. Now this has a turn. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, I need you to remove your shikigimi first, though. First, you tried to spy on me, which is a reason why the shishimi attacked you, and now you want me to get rid of it? A little selfish, don't you think? You wouldn't have the right to complain, even if it burns all your clothes off. Jesus Christ. I know I feel bad, but I was really planning on saying something. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop or... Alright, I get it. Just take this cloth and put it to good use. I'm sorry. Oh, this is too much. I love all the stuff, all the people I had read already. This one takes a cake with Yuzuki, which is the purple one, or with the purple hair. He tries so much. He Yusuke has this. He hates women, and so when he found out that, our character's a girl, nothing to do with the character, and then he got in, like, you know what, I had loved you as a man, I'm going to love you as a woman, and gotten used to the fact of that. Ritsu's like, okay, and kind of thing. Like, he was more of the. He was very proud that, yeah, what character is a woman, that he was trying to be the proud boyfriend, the protective boyfriend, and yada yada yada. The Yukio was more of the kind of the same way. So they're the more of the trying to show you off kind of thing, and also protect you at the same time. With my other phone, I'm trying to read Makoto's, and you're playing pretend fiance to Makoto, and well, pretending with Makoto, you in a way saved his life in a way, because there was people who thought that Makoto was a bad guy and killed people, and you kind of proved that wrong, and slowly falling for each other that way. Makoto's brother was like, "You're a girl. I know that you're a girl pretending to a boy." The first moment that he saw her, so it was like, okay. And so every time they see each other, she's like, I'm like, dude, I'm a man. Can you stop? Kind of thing. And so this one takes a fucking cake. Seriously. Ugh. No, gee, I love this series. I really do. And I like this because I'm able to not just pick one person and that's the whole game. You're able to play complete one story and go back and actually do another fucking story, which I kind of like. You have options and you can actually see those options, and it's what I like. I do like this, and so, and I'm just trying to do this one so you guys can see a little bit of it, and yeah, I love this one, and if I know there's a lot of shall we date games, because I'm doing another shall we date, which is like about two vampires, and they're their brothers, and yeah, trying to do that one, and that goes over my head. That it's clearly it's a whole different thing which you need to look for. But oh god, I like this one. That since I like Japan and ninjas most likely, I thought this one would be a good one to read. So anyway, back to the story here. Um, Now blushing, Asagi cut me off and rattled on without even taking a moment to breathe. Still blushing. Look at him. He's blushing. I was so focused on explaining myself that I completely forgot that I was still wet. Thanks. Oh, you should have just said that from the beginning. Although it was a little difficult to notice, I could sense a hint of kindness in his words. As I wrapped myself in a white cloth, I glanced over at Asaki and saw that he was patiently turned around with his back to me. With, filled with warmth, I tightly wrapped the cloth he gave me around my chest. A few days had gone by. The Nagasaki vigilante still not have known our secrets. Today's mission with Asaki was to find out clues about a no-good merchant. The merchant was said to be hiding within the city and selling smugged drugs. Ugh. Saki and I teamed up and patrolled the city together. Makoto wanted us to work together so we wouldn't find ourselves alone in case of an emergency. But there was something a little odd about a diviner like Asaki and just a normal townsperson like me walking around together. It would probably be a little unnatural for us to be walking together if we were not talking business or something, but even if you were wanting to say something together, it felt like there was nothing for us to talk about. Now that I thought about it, we haven't been talking much ever since we learned about each other's secrets the other day. The awkward silence filled the air between us as we kept an eye out for any information about the merchants we could get. Perhaps due to the foul mood, we were having harder time collecting information than I thought we could. Our investigation was way off course now, so I let out a deep sigh. Then I saw Shintaro walking this way from the other side of the street. Oh, greetings, Asagi. Are you coming to the dojo today? Oh, hey, Shintaro. Not today, but it's nice to see you. At this moment, Shintaro was just an ordinary dojo instructor, and Asagi was just a diviner. The two began caught up in each other's in the middle of the street. Ugh. I naturally stood there in silence as the two talked to one another. After taking a look at us, Shintaro furrowed the brow and cast his eyes downwards. Asagi, Shino? And that's all I have for you for today. And I'm just gonna catch up with. Oop. Did that. Oh. Right. Did that. And that's basically, I have a time. I have another hour or so. So, I mean, like, I could wait for an hour, but it's late, and it's been a good, a, I would say a good uh, thing. I would say a good episode. I don't know. You guys make that if it's a good episode or not. I don't know. Like I'm trying my best to pronounce the words, but I like granted I do mess up because I'm reading ahead like with my eyes and it's still reading a word or two behind what I'm reading ahead, and it does mess up my speech a little bit. Um, so sometimes it's not my fault, but you know, I really do hope you guys enjoy, because I do. So, but that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy. See you all in the next video. Bye!